Hello and welcome to my latest leaders briefing. It's December now, so we're all on the countdown to Christmas, and I hope you're looking forward to spending a bit of time with your family and enjoying some delicious turkey and opening a few presents. I know we all are here at North East Derbyshire District Council. Christmas, we know, is also a really hard time for some of our families, and even more so at the moment as we're going through the cost of living crisis. Hopefully you've seen from our last leaders briefing and from our North East Derbyshire news and our website that we're doing a lot of work at the moment to try and support our residents and our businesses and communities and all of our population around dealing with the impacts of the cost of living crisis, whether that's in terms of energy saving advice, helping you to sort of manage your bills, or signposting people to other forms of community support, or really explaining some of the government support that's out there and trying to help people to access that. And another thing that we've recently done as a council is commit to employing 2 new community outreach workers whose job it will be to go out into the community and to support residents, particularly those who are particularly struggling at the moment, into accessing some of that additional support and to help them in terms of managing finances. So we're really pleased about that. It's a really important part of being able to support North East Derbyshire through the cost of living crisis. And our key message to all of our communities and all of our residents is, if you or anyone you know needs our support or needs any help whatsoever, please don't hesitate to get in touch. Don't leave it too long. Just get in touch with us and we'll do whatever we can to support you, and we stand ready to support everyone who needs it through this difficult period that we're going through. Now, the North East Derbyshire News magazine also includes lots of other handy tips over the festive period. Things like our opening times, both the District Council building here at Mill Lane and our leisure centres, who obviously some changes to opening times over that Christmas period, but also in terms of the bin collections, and we'll all be aware that green bin collections have been suspended over the winter period. And we know that obviously Christmas is a time with lots of wrapping paper and presents and recycling. So there's also some information there in the news magazine about how to deal with your recycling, and also who to contact in the case of an emergency situation where you need the District Council's help, particularly during those periods where we're closed down. So do check out the news magazine. There's lots of useful handy tips there that'll hopefully help Christmas be as smooth as it possibly can. Now, we know that Christmas is also a time when unfortunately some people choose to take advantage. So there's lots of useful information on our website about how to protect yourself from burglaries, which can be so disheartening and so upsetting for families during the Christmas period. There's loads of information on our website, so do check it out, about keeping yourself safe and keeping all of your Christmas possessions safe during this winter period. Now, moving on to a bit of different news, the government have recently launched a UK-wide veterans survey, and we're encouraging all veterans within the North East Derbyshire area to contribute to that and go online and fill it out. It's running for about 12 weeks. Starting in November, so it's still got a bit of time to complete that if you haven't yet already. And it's all about the government listening to and hearing from the experiences of veterans around the services that we provide and the support that's out there and available to them. So please do go on the website, the government's website, and fill in the survey if you are a veteran in North East Derbyshire. And again, sticking with the theme of veterans, we recently were awarded the Armed Forces Gold Award as part of the Armed Forces Covenant. And you might be aware of this from previous leaders' briefings. We're one of only about 630 employers in the whole country out of about 7 million employers who've been awarded this really prestigious award by the Ministry of Defence. And our Armed Forces champion, Councillor Martin Thacker, recently was presented with the award by Bruce Spencer, who's the regional coordinator for the scheme, working for the Ministry of Defence. It's a great achievement for the council. We're really, really proud of it, and it's really testament to our real commitment to supporting those in the armed forces, for reservists, and obviously for veterans as well. So really proud of that, and obviously we hope to continue to maintain that high level of standard in terms of service to those people. Moving on again, we're also offering some free digital training to over 50s at the moment. So if you or anyone you know might be interested in that and finding out more, please go on our website. It's, as I say, it's free and it never hurts to brush up on your skills, particularly in this very digital world that we're living in now. So please do check it out. I think it's a great opportunity, and hopefully lots of residents over 50s in particular in North East Derbyshire will make good use of that. From some of my recent leaders' briefings, you'll be aware of the moves afoot at the moment towards a devolution deal for the East Midlands. So this is about Nottinghamshire and Nottingham City and Derbyshire and Derby City working together to get a devolution deal from the government, which could mean substantial investment in the region and having an elected mayor to cover that whole area. There's a consultation that's currently out at the moment. It runs for several weeks into the new year, so please go on the website, the East Midlands Devolution Deal Consultation website, to give your views on what you think that might mean for the region. Now, a bit of breaking news now is that we've just found out from the government that we've been awarded our £2.58 million from the UK Shared Prosperity Fund. Now again, I've probably referred to this in previous leaders' briefings, but this is a funding from the government following our departure from the European Union, and it's all about investing in communities. It's about, we're using our pot for North East Derbyshire, if you like, to support things like investing in parks and play areas, improving shop frontage, improving village hall facilities, helping people with skills and trying to support people getting into work. So it's all those sorts of things. We have a lot of flexibility around how we want to use that, and in North East Derbyshire we've tried to focus it on really visible things that people will see as improvements in their community, and that's absolutely the right thing to do. And we're really pleased to have that funding now confirmed by the government, and hopefully you'll start to see some of those improvements happening over the next few months and years. It's a 3-year deal, so it will take time to deliver, but yeah, we're really pleased to be able to get cracking now and get starting in terms of investing into some of our really important community projects. Another really key project for us is the rebuild of Charlie Park Leisure Centre. Now you'll know from previous leaders' briefings again that this has been a big project for us. We've already approved the budget for it. It's a £23 million project involving quite a significant council investment, but also we've got funding from the Claycross Town deal and from other partners like Sport England, which we're trying to secure at the moment. So we've got the project all been lined up, it's gone through the planning process, and now we're very, very close now, literally within the next few days, to signing the contract. And that means that work will hopefully start quite early on in the new year, sort of January, February time, we'll start to see a bit more activity on site. And I know for lots of residents in Claycross, they've heard about this scheme for a long, long time, and I think the general perception is that we keep hearing about it, but it's not happening yet. Well, now we're in the stage finally where actually you're going to start seeing some of the works on the ground, and I think that's a really important demonstration of our commitment to deliver this vital project, and I look forward to seeing it come to fruition. It's not going to be a quick process, it's still going to take almost 2 years to deliver the new leisure centre, but I'm really excited about seeing it when it's done, because I've seen from the visuals that it looks absolutely fantastic, and it's going to make such a difference to all the residents in Claycross and the wider villages that Charlie Park serves. Now, one of the issues that I know is a key concern for a lot of residents in North East Derbyshire is the issue of fracking. Now, you'll hopefully be aware that there was a moratorium introduced by the government which essentially banned fracking. It stopped fracking from happening anywhere in the country. That was introduced in 2019. However, following some of the changes in government recently, fracking was put for a short period of time back on the table. Now that Rishi Sunak's in post, the moratorium has been put back in place, and that means very clearly that there will be no fracking applications coming forward in North East Derbyshire. But I'm really pleased that as a council we've unanimously, on a sort of cross-party basis, agreed at a recent council meeting that we would reaffirm our commitment to opposing any fracking in North East Derbyshire should it ever come back onto the table. And I'm really pleased that we could vote together as speak with one voice on that issue, because I know how important it is for so many of our communities in terms of that fear that it might happen again. So we've got good news in terms of the moratorium back in place, and I just want to reassure everyone of North East Derbyshire District Council's commitment to oppose it should it ever come back on the table. One of the other things that I've been doing recently is spending a bit more time back to the floor with some of our staff around different services within the council. So you'll be aware hopefully that earlier in the year myself and the deputy leader of the council, Councillor Alex Dale, spent a shift each with some of our refuse teams, both in the north and the south of the district, emptying bins, and I really enjoyed the experience and learnt a lot about the work that they do day in, day out to keep the district moving really, and how lost we would be without them. So as well as spending some time out on the bins, I also recently went to Dronfield Sports Centre for a morning and spent the morning with staff learning a bit more about how the leisure centres operate. I did a backwash on one of the pools and did some health and safety checks, and also spent some time with some of the lifeguards doing a mock theory exam, which I'm afraid to say I didn't pass, unfortunately. But no, it was really great to spend that time with the leisure service and understand a bit more about their work and about how the leisure centres operate. And I really did leave feeling like they run like a really well-oiled machine. I was really assured in terms of the work that they do to support each other. Okay, finally, all that's left for me to do is to say please do continue checking our website and our social media channels, and also the North East Derbyshire News magazine for all the latest news and information and how to get in touch with us. And all I can say is I wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and a huge thank you to all of our residents and our businesses, and really importantly all of our staff here at North East Derbyshire District Council. Have a well-deserved break, and I look forward to seeing you in the new year.